Okay, good morning everyone. And before I start, I'm pre-recording this because this past few days sa mga kahinay gyud kayang signal. So, back up lang nina ko siya. So, by the way, my topic is the continuation of Prince, which is the course contents to achieve the outcome. So, what content should be taught to prepare prospective teachers in their future jobs? So there are three major clusters of subject or courses which provide the contents of the degree programs. We have cluster 1 professional education courses, cluster 2 major courses, cluster 3 electives. So cluster 1 we have professional education courses. Professional education courses or proof ed courses contain the principles, ideas, and behavior that a teacher must possess. So under cluster 1, we have professional education courses. And the subjects under these are the child and adolescent learning principles, the teaching and profession, the teacher and the community, school culture and organizational leadership, foundations of special and inclusive education. So in cluster 1, we have also the pedagogical content knowledge. Courses under these are facilitating learner-centered teaching and learning, assessment and learning 1, assessment and learning 2. Technology for teaching and learning 1, the teacher and the school curriculum, building and enhancing new literacies across the curriculum. So the last group under cluster 1 is experiential learning courses. These are the subjects that bring together theory and practices. So first we have field study 1, observation of teaching and learning in actual school environment. The second one we have field study 2, participation and teaching assistantship, and the last one, teaching internship. So the next cluster is cluster 2, major courses. So major subjects are listed for every degree program as attached in the CMO. So this means that there are different major courses for different degrees. So the last cluster is cluster 3. Any additional subjects in other degree programs for teacher education can be offered as electives. So, elective subject can also be called optional subjects. These subjects are not compulsory, no, and you have a choice if you want to study the said subject or not. Next one, we have the pedagogical approaches to deliver the content and achieve the outcomes. So, the uniqueness of teaching future teachers is that the delivery of strategy and methods come in two layers. The first layer we in the first layer enable the learner who are college students to decide learning outcomes of the lesson. The second layer is to find a strategy that will teach the content in the future workplace, which is the basic education. So, in other words, the pedagogy utilized should be teaching how to teach. Next one, we have the different teaching delivery modes, and these are the following. Number one, we have face to face or F2F. This is a type of delivery mode before the COVID-19, di ba? There is a physical interaction between the teacher and the students, and where every teacher can use different teaching strategies that can be suited or appropriate to the students' needs. The next one is the distance learning or remote learning. So this the teacher will provide detailed instruction to be followed by the learner. For online classes, there must be knowledge and skills in technology is required. On printed materials, on the other hand, the learner is required to be independent. So in this, and asynchronous class is present. So by the way, what is the differences between the synchronous and asynchronous? So, the synchronous classes run in real time, while asynchronous classes run on a more relaxed schedule. So the next one, we have blended learning or flexible learning. So blended learning is what we utilize for a while now, di ba? For the elementary and high school, they are given modules or books for them to answer at home, and the teacher will meet them face to face also. For us, universities and colleges, the teachers will give PDF files to the students for them to study, to utilize online platforms. We also utilize to pass assignment in online platforms for paperless work activities. The last one, we have experiential learning or lifelong learning. So this facilitate learning through experience. So examples are job training or OJT, internship, and immersion. So the last topic is assessment and learning to provide evidence for the achieved learning outcomes. So the new teacher education curricula utilize multiple assessment methods and of learning, which is the formative, and the mastery of learning, the summative. So, multiple ways of doing it is necessary. Thus, two courses about assessment are included in the new teacher curricula for all the degree programs. These are the Assessment and Teaching 1 and Assessment and Teaching 2. Traditional assessment theories, principles, and tools are taken in Assessment and Teaching 1, while authentic and technology aided assessment is taken in the course Assessment and Teaching 2. So, in the new teacher education curricula, the desired learning outcomes, the contents, the teaching delivery, the assessment should be constructively aligned and interacting as in the figure below. So, this is the figure that contains constructive alignment of desired outcome, content and methods, and assessment. So, what is P stands for? P stands for or refers to planning. So, this means that we plan our desired outcomes. I refers to implementing. We implement content and methods. And the last one, E, refers to evaluating. And we evaluate assessment for and assessment of. So, in conclusion, in curriculum planning includes the formulation of the desired outcome for course or lesson. Then, this should be aligned with appropriate content and methods and implementation. And finally, evaluation, which will determine whether the desired outcomes have been achieved. So I guess that would be all, and thank you so much for lending me your ears for a while. And I hope namoy na natunan.